Welcome, everyone, to the home of the war champ, Osceola, Renegade, and the Florida State Seminoles, the place simply known to some as the Dope. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the Florida State Seminoles. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Seminoles will put toe to leather and we'll get started. He'll call for the fair catch here. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. He'll try the left side. Out across the 30, marked down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. No matter who's been leading the program, Miami always wants to be able to run the ball with some physicality.
Yeah, it starts everything. The line of scrimmage starts everything. That attitude starts everything. And the U is known for attitude. And when they play physical, they've got great teams.
Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. These two have storied traditions in the history of the sport, but in the not-too-distant past, Miami actually considered giving up football, and Florida State was an afterthought.
Yeah, a lot of people forget back in the day when Miami was in the Big East, right? And Florida State was in the ACC. This was kind of an interconference battle every time they played, but no doubt, David, this game just holds so much more significance to both programs.
Both in the state of Florida, Florida State, Miami, the uniforms are so great, the lineage, the history of the players, so it does. It feels like this rivalry's been playing a lot longer than since 1951.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And a great job by the linebacker. You can tell, starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Quickly out to the tight end. At the 35, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full, because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Canes. Let me tell you, that opening script was a masterpiece. Send that baby to Hollywood, and it's a blockbuster.
I think so, and A-listers all over the field for this offense. You saw some of the playmakers they've got and the speed. Great job going out and executing on that opening drive.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. First down here for the offense. They'll go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise continuing to get louder and louder. Haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
Picks up just a few before he's brought down, not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. The Noles decide to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Now they'll try to cash in this drive, 1st and 10 from the 50. The give to the tailback. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Direct snap. Plows through the defense. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Now, that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right up the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. He's looking to throw. Got his man quickly. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down. You can hand it to him. You can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? Finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving out of the backfield. They're going to continue to highlight this guy.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
They're trying to get to it. Makes the grab over the middle. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
Getting some heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
He got it. And now the lead is even bigger. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. UCLA is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to USC. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys have been keeping an eye on it for us. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, Miami 10, Florida State 0.
They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. The give to the back. At the 35, he's open. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Seminoles have always been known for explosive, flashy, big plays, but think of guys like Dalvin Cook and the toughness that he ran with. That's on display here.
And then those guys that I think of, too, with Warrick Dunn, where you hand them the football and big plays can happen, and offenses have been built around that for years at Florida State, finding that guy to hand the ball to.
They're going to ride this running back. We were accustomed to seeing close, hard-fought games in this series, but last time they met, it was only the Seminoles doing the punching as they knocked out Miami.
Man, and they were throwing haymakers, they were throwing combinations, and Miami had no answer for it. Right from the opening bell, David, Florida State jumped all over.
And you got to brag about it for a year, and it is so sweet. In-state, the state of Florida, both so talented, 5 stars everywhere in that state, all of them looking at this game. Can they do it again?
Had the pick in his hands and couldn't hang on, and you just won't see that from him very often. It'll be 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Dropping back, it's Madden. Unloads to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Wow, that quarterback is lucky there. If you're going to take a chance like that on 3rd down in your end of the field, you better be right, because that should have been picked and returned for a touchdown. This offense is lucky now they're getting a chance to punt this ball away.
They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. Sends it downfield. And that ball is picked off. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 30. And he was looking for the pick 6. He'll have to settle for getting it inside the 30.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down. They can be in position. They don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Finds a crease at the 20. What a nifty run there to pick up the 1st down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
It's 1st down from the 11. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
And the misfire goes out of the back of the end zone.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. To the air, it's Madden. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be the defensive coordinator calling the plays.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the side.
Got a lot of running room. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field, because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
On second down, looking again to throw. Quickly complete. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. Zings it complete to the right. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
You know, as a receiver, it's so critical and important to know where the sticks are. He was able to modify his route so he knew as soon as he caught it, he was just going to have enough to keep this drive alive.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. And the Canes are moving quickly down the field. Trying the left side. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Right back to it. Tackled, but he has a first down.
Man, those little chunks keep annoying the crud out of you when you're on defense. It's just putting them in easy situations, chewing up 4 to 6 yards at a pop like that. Put you in a bad situation as a defensive coordinator. What do I call? Either way, priority number one, we got to stop the run.
Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. After the miscue, 1st and 15 for this offense. Wants to go up top. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Touchdown, Miami! Reeled it in and just made the house call.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Palmer. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
First half with the score, Miami 17, Florida State 3.
And the Hurricanes will kick it away to crank up the second half. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. they'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you...
He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Hurricane! How about that D coming up with a play like that? The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I could be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
The offense set for a first down play. They'll try the toss to the left. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
To the air, it's Madden. Looking to the big tight end. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
The Seminoles will send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Here's the return. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
It's incomplete. Tried a little razzle-dazzle there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
3rd down play from the gun. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Hurricanes will bring the punt team onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. First one of the day is on its way, and he's been sort of scarce around here, only called on 1 time in that loss last week. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
After the misfire, now on 2nd down. Here's the handoff. Makes the tackle at the 22, but it's a 15-yard gain, and now they're in business.
How about the ball carrier on that explosive play, backed up inside his own 10-yard line, and is running out in the open field, making people miss, and finally giving his offense some room to operate, really get this drive going.
And they won't be able to connect. Looking for a big-time play.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Wide out in motion. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where we expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you could tell he just missed a little bit off, and I guarantee he's tapping his helmet saying, hey, that's my bad.
Fires to the middle. And that pass picked off. Even with minimal gain on the return, they're working with a short field from the 36.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. And that throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Caught behind the line. It's Cummings. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, is becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. It's complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Just beautiful, and that's a great feeling as a quarterback when you make that throw. It keeps your offense on the field, keeps the offense in rhythm. Obviously not as good as throwing a touchdown pass, but I'll tell you this, way better than having to trot up over to the bench and wait for your turn to get another shot.
Yeah, and a great job by the offensive line, seeing the blitz, picking it up, and then it's on the running back. Running back finds a hole, gets a little bit of a crease, makes a nice run out of it.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To the ground with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
It's now 2nd and goal.
Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Snap it to the back. Touchdown, Canes! And the pummeling has started. The Hurricanes continue to gain strength, and they have built a lead on the Knolls.
I think that speed from Miami is really starting to show itself here in the football game, and it just doesn't look like Florida State at this point, David, can keep up with all of that athleticism.
Speed and swag, they got it going now. They got the confidence going, and when Miami gets the confidence going, it is tough to beat. Florida State's going to have to make something happen and make it happen fast.
Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it. Right? You're going to be a great player. You got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Making a play like that to open the drive can really get the momentum going. First down from the 43. Give to the running back. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
He's got an open man. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
I know it's something we take for granted, guys, but the Q did a great job there with the play-action fake. He really took his time and sold it. And that's what froze the linebackers in the second level of the defense to help make that completion a whole lot easier.
A lot of times offenses will do the FIB, formation into the boundary, try to take advantage of you necessarily spreading out, sending more resources to the field, try to take advantage. Offense gave it a whirl, but the defense, they did not move. They did their assignments, got the TFL.
He's back to throw on second down. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. Final play of the quarter coming. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Going for it all. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Takes it the other way. And he's brought down, but this interception, a huge play to end this quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Miami 31, Florida State 3.
First down to start the drive after the break. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. He's up to 90 yards rushing, and he is a virtual lock to have a 1,200-yard season. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. He makes the connection. At the 40, there he goes. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24. And that comfortable lead they enjoy right now is not slowing down the aggression, not one bit.
Well, I think at this point the coaching staff is just trying to continue evaluating their own players, and I don't hate the mindset. If there's time on the clock, keep trying to score.
The pitch. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Yeah, and that's a great job by this offense. And I'll tell you what, fourth quarter, you have the lead. That's exactly what you want to do. Lean on these guys, run the football, eat that clock.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. And it's a fumble after that huge gain.
And the defense did everything right against that option play. They got to the quarterback. They forced him to keep it. Not only do they create the fumble, but they jump on it behind the line of scrimmage. That is just perfect option defense.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
They'll leave it with him. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Offense facing fourth down.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds his man, they convert. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. And the Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. Caught. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. And the Noles are marching down the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, and you want to see him finish strong, and I think Coach needs to finish strong. All the negativity swirling around the program, obviously, you hear it. It's a part of it. The kids hear it, but finishing strong would kind of ease some of that for Palmer. It's the body of work. Everything he did this season is going to be taken into account, and it's going to be tough, I think, for him to keep his job.
It's a combination of wins and losses this year, but it's also about who's out there. There's some good big-time candidates, some good coaches that could come in. We know they've got the money to spend.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. Big first down sack for the defense. Brings up second down. Trying play action. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together. Maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
The run to the right. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And these are these moments as a defense, like, you're just trying to get out of the game. We're rotating, we're subbing, like, we've stopped them all game long. Like, they can run the football right here. The biggest thing is the clock ticking, us getting out of here with the dub, and really, everybody staying healthy.
Takes a handoff. It's Cole. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
And the Seminoles have it in scoring position on first and he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
The #1 objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. Leaves it with the back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival, and you're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.